Have you ever wondered why some people in their 70s look 10 years younger, while others seem much older than their age? The secret is often not in expensive treatments or lucky genetics. It's in the small daily habits that either protect your vitality or quietly steal it away. Research shows that up to 70% of longevity comes from lifestyle, not genes. That means what you do every single day after 60 has far more power than most people realize. And here's something most seniors never hear. You can actually predict your health span with a few simple daily choices. Stay with me, because I'm going to share 6 powerful habits that keep you stronger, sharper, and healthier well into your 70s and 80s. By the end, you'll even learn a quick 1-minute self-check you can try at home to see how well your body's aging right now. So let's begin with the foundation of everything: how you move each morning. Think of your body as a house. After 60, the walls are still strong, but the foundation can crack if it isn't maintained. That foundation is mobility. I want to tell you about Helen, a 68-year-old grandmother who used to wake up stiff every morning. She believed it was just old age. Then she started a simple ritual. Before breakfast, she walked slowly around her garden for 15 minutes, stretching her arms and shoulders as she went. Within weeks, the stiffness faded, her balance improved, and she felt steadier on her feet. Her children even noticed her posture looked more upright. Why does this matter so much? After 60, our circulation slows, our muscles lose flexibility, and our risk of falling increases sharply. Gentle morning movement tells your body to wake up, pumps oxygen to your brain, and keeps your joints lubricated. Studies show that even 10 minutes of light exercise in the morning reduces fall risk, improves mood, and strengthens the immune system. And here's the surprising part. Doctors use 2 simple mobility tests to predict longevity in older adults. First, can you balance on one leg for 10 seconds while holding a chair or standing near a wall for safety? Second, can you walk 4 meters, just about 13 feet, in under 5 seconds at a comfortable pace? These small tests reveal a lot about your overall health and independence. So what can you do starting tomorrow? Begin your day with a 5-minute warm-up, rolling your shoulders and ankles. Then walk for 5 minutes, even if it's just around your living room or down the hallway. Finish with a short balance exercise. Standing next to a sturdy chair, lift one foot slightly off the ground while keeping your hand close to support if needed. That's it. 10 minutes, done before breakfast, can transform how you feel for the rest of the day. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. And if you repeat it every morning, you'll notice your energy and stability improving week by week. Now let's talk about something that sits right at the center of your daily energy: the way you eat. After 60, food isn't just fuel. It becomes medicine or poison, depending on the choices we make. Many seniors fall into 2 common traps. Some eat too little, skipping meals or relying on toast and coffee, which leaves their bodies running on empty. Others eat too much of the wrong things, like sugary snacks, processed meats, or oversized dinners late at night. Both of these patterns silently accelerate aging by weakening muscles, spiking blood sugar, and draining energy. I remember meeting Mr. Alvarez, a retired teacher in his 70s. He always said he wasn't hungry in the morning, so his first meal of the day was a big lunch, usually something heavy like pasta or fried food. By mid-afternoon, he felt sluggish, napped for hours, and then had trouble sleeping at night. His doctor explained that his blood sugar roller coaster was sabotaging his energy. When he shifted to a lighter breakfast, oatmeal with berries and nuts, and balanced meals with lean protein, vegetables, and whole grains, everything changed. He had steady energy throughout the day, fewer sugar cravings, and his digestion improved. Science backs this up. Studies from Harvard and the National Institute on Aging show that balanced, nutrient-dense meals reduce inflammation, protect heart health, and even slow cognitive decline. Eating mindfully also helps. That means not rushing, not eating in front of the TV, but actually sitting down, chewing slowly, and noticing when your body feels satisfied instead of stuffed. So what can you do starting today? Think of your plate as a clock. Half of it should be colorful vegetables, a quarter lean protein like fish, chicken, or beans, and a quarter whole grains or starchy vegetables like sweet potatoes. Add a handful of healthy fats, maybe some avocado or olive oil, and you've got a meal that supports longevity. And here's a tip most people miss. Try to finish dinner at least 3 hours before bedtime. This gives your body time to digest properly, reducing nighttime reflux and improving sleep quality, which we'll talk more about later. Eating balanced and eating mindfully is not about restriction. It's about giving your body the raw materials it needs to heal, repair, and stay vibrant. Think of each meal as a small investment in tomorrow's energy, clarity, and independence. If food is your fuel, then water is your body's lifeline. Yet dehydration is one of the most overlooked health risks for seniors. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes weaker. That means by the time you feel thirsty, your body may already be running low on fluids. And the consequences of even mild dehydration are far greater than most people realize. It can cause fatigue, constipation, dizziness, confusion, and even increase the risk of falls. Over the long term, chronic dehydration stresses your kidneys, weakens your skin, and can speed up the aging of every organ in your body. Take the story of Dorothy, age 74. She was active, loved gardening, but often complained of feeling lightheaded in the afternoons. Her daughter thought it might be blood pressure issues. But after a checkup, the doctor asked Dorothy a simple question. How much water are you drinking each day? Dorothy admitted she mostly drank coffee in the morning and maybe a glass of juice with lunch. Rarely plain water. Once she started keeping a small bottle by her side and sipping throughout the day, the dizzy spells disappeared. Her energy lifted, and she even noticed her skin looked brighter. Doctors recommend aiming for about 6 to 8 cups of fluids daily, but here's the catch. It doesn't all have to be plain water. Herbal teas, soups, fresh fruits like watermelon or oranges all count toward hydration. But water should still be your foundation because it helps flush toxins, regulate body temperature, and keep your joints cushioned. Here's a simple routine to make hydration effortless. Start your morning with a glass of water before coffee or tea. Carry a reusable bottle with you during the day, and take small sips rather than waiting until you feel parched. Add a slice of lemon or cucumber if plain water feels boring. And watch out for thirst traps. Drinks like coffee, alcohol, or sodas that may dehydrate more than they hydrate. Think of water as a quiet guardian, working behind the scenes to keep your cells, skin, and brain young. The difference is subtle at first, but over weeks and months, you'll feel more alert, steadier on your feet, and even sleep better when your body's fully hydrated. It's one of the simplest habits you can build, yet one of the most powerful for longevity. If hydration is your lifeline during the day, then sleep is your body's greatest healer at night. Yet so many seniors shrug off poor sleep as just part of getting older. The truth is, lack of quality sleep doesn't just leave you feeling tired. It silently accelerates aging, weakens memory, raises blood pressure, and makes your immune system less effective. Think of sleep as your body's overnight repair crew. When you shortchange it, the repairs don't get finished, and little cracks in your health begin to show. I think of Mr. Coleman, a 72-year-old neighbor who often stayed up late watching TV, then complained about feeling foggy and achy during the day. He believed it was normal at his age. But when his doctor encouraged him to set a bedtime routine, turning off screens an hour before bed, dimming the lights, and keeping his bedroom cool and dark, he noticed a remarkable change. Within 2 weeks, his morning headaches disappeared, and he found himself waking up with more energy than he'd had in years. Here's what science tells us. During deep sleep, your brain clears out toxins that build up during the day. This cleansing process is so powerful that researchers link poor sleep with faster cognitive decline and a higher risk of Alzheimer's disease. Your muscles also repair, your hormones rebalance, and your heart rate slows down, giving your cardiovascular system a chance to rest. Without this nightly reset, your body simply can't function at its best. So how can you protect your sleep? Start by respecting your bedtime the same way you'd respect an important appointment. Go to bed and wake up at the same times every day, even on weekends. Avoid heavy meals, caffeine, or alcohol close to bedtime. Create a ritual that signals to your body it's time to rest. Maybe reading something light, listening to calming music, or practicing gentle stretches. And if you wake up at 3 a.m. and can't fall back asleep, don't just toss and turn. Get up, do something relaxing in low light, and return to bed when you feel sleepy again. Good sleep is not a luxury, it's medicine. By protecting those 7 to 8 hours each night, you give your body the gift of healing, clarity, and strength, making every day after 60 feel more vibrant. We often think of aging as something that happens on the outside, wrinkles, gray hair, slower steps. But one of the fastest ways to age from the inside is unchecked stress. After 60, our bodies aren't as resilient to the constant rush of stress hormones like cortisol. When stress lingers day after day, it doesn't just weigh on your mood. It quietly raises blood pressure, weakens your heart, increases inflammation, and even shrinks memory centers in the brain. Left unmanaged, stress becomes a silent thief, stealing years of vitality long before it's time. I once spoke with Marianne, a 70-year-old widow who carried a heavy burden of worry. She worried about her health, her finances, and her children. The stress showed in her face, her shoulders, and even in her restless nights. One day, a friend invited her to try a gentle Tai Chi class at the local community center. She laughed at first, saying she wasn't flexible enough. But she gave it a chance. After just a few weeks, her breathing slowed, her posture opened, and she began smiling more. She told me later, "It wasn't that my problems disappeared, it was that I stopped letting them own me." That's the key. Stress will always be part of life, but how you respond determines whether it ages you or strengthens you. Studies have shown that simple practices like daily deep breathing, prayer or meditation, light exercise, or even journaling can lower cortisol levels and boost immune function. Laughter is another natural stress reliever. When you share a laugh with a friend, your body literally produces chemicals that fight stress and support longevity. So what can you do right now? Set aside 10 minutes each day as your stress reset. Close your eyes, inhale slowly for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Repeat this a few times and notice the tension melt. Or take a short walk outdoors, letting nature quiet your mind. Even making a list of what you're grateful for each evening can shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right. Remember this: if you don't manage stress, it will manage you. And over time, that management shows up in every part of your body. But when you learn to calm your mind and release tension, you give yourself back control. You protect your heart, sharpen your memory, and invite joy back into your days. If there's one thing that predicts how long and how well we live after 60, it isn't just diet or exercise. It's the strength of our social connections. Loneliness is as damaging to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Yes, research from Harvard and other major studies shows that clearly. When we withdraw from others, our risk of heart disease, depression, memory decline, and even early death rises dramatically. On the flip side, seniors who nurture friendships and stay socially engaged not only live longer, but also report feeling more energetic, more hopeful, and more alive. Let me share the story of Robert, a 76-year-old who lost his wife a few years ago. At first, he stopped going to church, skipped community events, and spent most of his days watching TV. His health quickly spiraled, his blood pressure went up, and he admitted feeling constantly tired. One day, His daughter gently pushed him to join a weekly men's breakfast group at a local diner. Reluctantly, he went. Within months, he was laughing again, swapping stories, and even helping a younger neighbor fix his car. His doctor noticed his blood pressure dropped, his mood lifted, and he began to walk with a lighter step. Why does this matter so much? Human beings are wired for connection. Talking with a friend, sharing a meal, volunteering, or even just greeting your neighbor all send signals of safety and belonging to the brain. These signals reduce stress hormones, strengthen immunity, and keep the mind sharp. Social bonds are like invisible threads holding our health together. So what can you do starting now? Call a friend you haven't spoken to in a while and invite them for coffee. Join a local club, church group, or volunteer project. If mobility is an issue, use technology, video calls, or online groups to keep the connections alive. And don't underestimate small daily acts. Chatting with the cashier, waving to a neighbor, or simply smiling at someone in the park. These moments, though brief, remind you that you are part of something larger. Staying socially connected is not just about avoiding loneliness. It's about protecting your heart, your brain, and your sense of purpose. When you nurture your relationships, you're building a lifeline that carries you through the challenges of aging with resilience and joy. We've just uncovered 6 simple daily habits that can make the difference between merely getting older and truly aging well. Start your morning with gentle movement to keep your body steady and strong. Choose balanced meals that fuel your energy instead of draining it. Drink water throughout the day so your cells, skin, and brain stay vibrant. Protect your sleep at night so your body can heal and recharge. Calm your stress before it takes over your health. And most importantly, never stop nurturing the friendships and connections that keep your spirit alive. Think about it, these aren't huge, overwhelming changes. They're small daily choices that stack up, day after day, into stronger bones, sharper memory, calmer moods, and more joy. Which one spoke to you the most today? Was it starting the day with movement, or maybe protecting your sleep? I want you to take a moment and comment below with the number of the habit that hit home for you. Comment 1, 2, 3, or even all 6, because your reflections could inspire someone else watching right now. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you'll never miss another lesson on how to live with more vitality, peace, and independence after 60. Remember this. Longevity is not just about adding years, it's about adding life to those years. You hold the power in your hands, one daily habit at a time.